Now, it's been 7 years into this conflict. Why have Cameroonian authorities failed to resolve it?
This is very interesting. The Cameroonian authorities have failed to resolve the crisis in the English-speaking region to a very large extent. I will start by highlighting some of the things that the government feels they have done to actually address the conflict in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon. In 2019, the President of the Republic did call for a national dialogue to address the conflict. Unfortunately, this dialogue was vowed and marred by so many shortcomings because the parties to the conflict were absent. And looking at the root causes of the conflict, it wasn't addressed. So there were so many flaws to these issues or to this position of the government in addressing the conflict. And again, looking at the root causes of the conflict, the government has completely shifted away from looking at the root causes. We know that for every conflict and for durable peace to be achieved, the root causes of the conflict must be addressed.
Right.
The
now,
government has not made
Bibian, let's move on to why, in the first place, what do the separatists want, and do civilians support the separatists?
The separatists want an independent state from the Cameroonian government or from the country Cameroon. And using all the atrocities to achieve this is a call for consent. And asking me if all the civilians want cessation is a very difficult question to answer here. But you bear with me that most of the civilians are under fear, are under threat, and a very high risk from the separatist fighters. So it wouldn't be very clear if all the civilians in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon actually stand for cessation, given the fact that most of the actions by the separatist fighters put the population on harm's way. They have little or no choice to make a decision for themselves on the kind of life or what we want for themselves as a people.
So as an advocate, a human rights activist, what role do you want the international community to play, and especially powerful nations like the United States, to end this conflict?
Thank you so much, Esther, for this question. This is a conflict that has taken roots in the last 7 years with a lot of devastating consequences on the civilian population. And the big countries like the United States, we expect more from them, owing to the fact that United States' role in resolving conflict is very, very instrumental and needed. Because the United States has an embassy in Cameroon and they are aware of this conflict, we believe that they can actually call the Cameroonian government in order to resolve or look for every means possible for a ceasefire and to cause the warring parties to a ceasefire. The American government can also rally other international goodwill partners to see how they can mobilize a dialogue, a national dialogue, taking into consideration the root causes of the crisis. And this way, all the parties to the conflict will be able to come together on the table and address the issues that are affecting the populations in the English-speaking regions of Cameroon.